This video will help you learn to sing any difficult part in any song using the 3 simple phases of the Simplify method. I used to hate vocal exercises because I often didn't know why I had to do them. I just want to learn to sing this song. Why do I have to sing mum 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 mum? How is that going to help me sing Bruno Mars? Now that I coach other singers, I found a better way. This video will show you how to make your own fun, custom exercises to directly help you sing any difficult part in any song. Here are the 3 phases. Phase 1, simplify. Make the difficult fragment so easy you can sing it perfectly. Phase 2, the return. Make it harder step by step until you're back at the original. Phase 3, over practice. Make the fragment a bit harder than the original. After, the original will feel relatively easy and you'll feel confident and you'll nail it. So now all we need to know is how can we make a fragment easier and harder? There are 5 elements you can change to make any song fragment easier or harder to sing. Pitch, tempo, split, vowels, and effects. Don't worry, I'll explain, and at the end of the video I'll give you a mnemonic to make it easy to remember all of them. First, I'll show you how the Simplify method works using the chorus of Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars. You can join me or directly use the Simplify method on a fragment of your own. Let's say I'm singing and I come across the line, I'ma leave the door open. And let's say I just can't make it work. I think the pitch is difficult because it's too high. I think the transition to falsetto is difficult and quite fast. Perfect place to use the Simplify method. We'll start with phase 1, simplify. We're going to make this fragment so easy we can comfortably sing it. The first of the 5 elements we can change is pitch. I think this fragment is quite high, so to make it easier, I'll lower it a bit. I'ma leave the door open. The second element is tempo. Often a fragment will become easier if you lower the tempo. Also, you'll force yourself to check if you can really sing every note. So, I'ma leave the door open. The third thing we can do is to split up the fragments into smaller parts. A smaller part is often easier to sing and you can tackle and focus on every challenge separately. I could split this fragment into 2 parts. The chest voice part, I'ma leave the door, and the falsetto part, open. I could also just practice the transition, door open. Or I could separate every word or even every vowel. In this case, I don't think this is necessary because I think I'll manage to sing the whole fragment in one go. So I'll skip the split step for now. The fourth thing we can do is to sing only the vowels. We do this because the actual singing happens on the vowels. Ah, we can't really sing consonants, although we can hum some. And they do make singing harder, so we'll leave them out for now. This can really screw with your mind. So to make this easier, you can start by singing the fragment as you normally would, and then you start articulating really, really, really sloppily. So, I'ma leave the door, and then you're left with just the vowels. You can also pick just one vowel and sing the whole fragment using only that. Pick the vowel that occurs in the fragment most often, or pick the one you need to sing at the most difficult part. For now, I'll pick the O from open. Oh. The last element is effect. An effect can be some sort of grit on the voice, like a growl, open, or added air, open. Often, a fragment becomes easier if we forget about the effects for now and just sing it the way that comes easiest or most natural to us. In this example, the has a lot of added air. I can try if it becomes easier if I don't use the added air for now. Open instead of open. What remains of the fragment is a custom exercise designed specifically to help you sing this difficult fragment. You can choose if you want to work with all 5 elements or if just changing 1 or 2 is enough to make the fragment easy enough to sing. Just be sure to make it so easy you can comfortably sing it. Now on to phase 2, the return. Once you find a version of the fragment you can comfortably sing, it's time to slowly move back to the original. You can choose how. See it as different levels in a game. The starting point is your level 1. Once you succeed, you continue to a slightly harder level, and you can only continue after you completed your current one. If you notice a level is too hard, take a step back and repeat. This will build the confidence, technique, and muscle memory that will ultimately help you beat the final boss in this game. In this case, to sing the original fragment. Phase 2 ends in one of two ways. 1. You're back at the original fragment. 2. You find out that the pitch of the song does not really fit your voice, for now at least. If so, choose in which key the song does work for you right now. To find your perfect key for a song, watch the video I made about it. The link is in the description. You can, of course, train your vocal range and extend it, but some voices are simply lower or higher because of the genes you've been given and the circumstances you've been through. Frank Sinatra is a great singer, but he would probably need to sing Leave the Door Open in a different key than Bruno Mars does. It doesn't say anything about his quality as a singer, just about his voice type. Now it's time for phase 3, overpractice. You beat the final boss, but how confident are you that you'll beat him again next time, or under more stressful circumstances? It's time to increase the difficulty and beat the boss again. We're going to take one element, either tempo or pitch, whatever made this fragment the hardest, and make it even harder. So in this case, I thought the pitch was quite tricky, so I'll try to sing the fragment a bit higher. I'ma leave, I'ma leave the door open. Now that I've done that, two things happen. 1. When I go back to the original, what used to feel hard will now feel easier in comparison. 2. I will feel confident I can nail the original because I have proof that I can even go one step further. If you want to perform a song live, phase 3, over practice, is very important. During a live performance, many things can happen. Nerves, you have a bad voice day, the band screws up, you see a particularly good-looking person in the audience smile at you and give you a wink. If you're singing a song that's at the absolute max of your abilities, you'll probably not make it live. To feel confident on stage and to calm your nerves, it helps if you feel you own the song. If you know, even if it would be a bit harder, I could still make it. Practice until you can, or put aside your ego and make the song a bit easier for yourself by lowering the key. You'll enjoy being on stage a lot more. The Simplify method might seem like a long process, but once you've done it a couple times, you'll go through it a lot faster. If you just keep singing the song wrong at the original difficulty, you might never fix it. It might even get harder the more often you do it because you teach yourself the wrong muscle memory. Continuing to sing the fragment when it just doesn't work is frustrating, it might damage your voice, and will probably cost you more time. So just take a few minutes and fix it once and for all using the Simplify method. To remember the 5 elements, you can use this mnemonic. Practice this simple vocal exercise. Pitch, tempo, split, vowels, effects. To supercharge the Simplify method and make it even more powerful, check out the ABC voice model. It's a cheat sheet for instantly fixing most of your vocal challenges. Combine it with the Simplify method and you'll be unstoppable. You can find a free masterclass and PDF overview on bobsmank.com/ABC. To avoid damaging your voice while learning challenging songs, watch this video next.